The third season of Hulu's Only Murders in the Building centers on the death of actor Ben Glenroy. The comedy-drama series' third season follows Charles, Oliver, and Mabel as the three inexperienced detectives work to solve the case, while juggling personal problems. The trio focuses on their love life in the fifth episode as Oliver and Mabel go on dates. Charles, on the other hand, has a rocky connection with Joy. Here is all the information you need to know about the conclusion of Only Murders in the Building, Season 3. Episode 5 if you're curious how the events of the episode affect the murder investigation and the personal lives of the main players. Spoilers ahead. The fifth episode, titled Ah, Love, opens with Oliver and Mabel confronting Charles about his girlfriend-fiancé, Joy, being involved in Ben Glenroy's murder. However, Charles has yet to speak with Joy, as he is still wrestling with accidentally proposing to her. Meanwhile, Oliver prepares for his first date with Loretta and is nervous about it. On the other hand, Mabel is meeting Tobert, who seemingly has a lead on a potential suspect. Tobert invited Mabel to a restaurant where he hoped to find further clues. However, Charles and Oliver are convinced that Tobert asked Mabel out on a date. Charles questions Joy about her lipstick being found in Ben's dressing room. However, Charles accuses Joy of being involved in Ben's death, leaving her devastated, and she leaves the apartment for the evening. Saz Pataki, Charles's stunt double, arrives and learns of his relationship's miserable state. As a result, she plays therapist and tries to uncover the problem in Charles's relationship. Eventually, Saz uncovers that Charles is afraid of the commitment and change that comes with a serious romance with Joy. Saz convinces Charles that he is in love with Joy and is only projecting his insecurities by suspecting Joy of being a killer. Elsewhere, Mabel realizes that Tobert is following Jonathan as a suspect. He has no real leads and uses the situation to ask her out for a date. However, she plays along and spends the evening with Tobert. Meanwhile, when Loretta speaks ill about Ben, Oliver and Loretta's date gets off to a bad start. Nonetheless, Oliver and Loretta manage to strike a connection when they take a ferry around New York and bond over their past. Eventually, Loretta admits she disliked Ben as he was unhappy about working with her on the play. Loretta also admits to writing the message on Ben's mirror out of spite. At the restaurant, Tobert and Mabel start getting close when they notice Jonathan meeting with a mysterious figure. Tobert identifies the man as Dr. C, who worked with Ben and other Hollywood stars to make them look young. However, Mabel and Tobert accidentally unveil their presence to Jonathan, leading to him leaving with Dr. C later. Mabel and Tobert return to her apartment, where Mabel shows Tobert her murder board, and they kiss. Meanwhile, Oliver and Loretta spend the night together while Charles and Joy try to patch things up. Why did Charles punch Ben? Towards the episode's end, Joy returns to the apartment, where Charles finally speaks with her openly about their relationship. Charles admits he accidentally proposed to Joy, but still wants to marry her. After realizing she has improved his life, Joy reveals that she was backstage on the opening night of Oliver's play. Howard summoned her to deal with a makeup emergency after someone hit Ben, causing a red mark on his face. After helping Ben cover up the injury, Joy's lipstick fell out of her case. Charles apologizes to Joy for accusing her of killing Ben, but reveals he was the one who hit Ben. A flashback reveals Charles punched Ben in the face when he found the latter harassing an actress on the stage. However, Joy is appalled by Charles's behavior and refuses to accept his apology. She calls off the engagement and leaves the apartment, seemingly breaking up with Charles for good. Were Ben and Loretta together? Oliver and Loretta end up spending the night together as the episode comes to a close. Oliver peeks around Loretta's apartment, though, when she goes to take a bath. He comes across a scrapbook with newspaper clippings of Ben Glenroy. In the episode, Loretta explains why Ben mistook her for someone else, while thinking she was fixated on him. Ben was however, captivated with the individual who was with him backstage on opening night, as seen in the camera footage from his dressing room. As a result, the episode's conclusion strongly suggests that Ben and Loretta are acquainted and may have had a covert relationship at one point. Furthermore, Loretta's animosity toward Ben lends credence to the idea that she is the murderer,